Hey y'all, that dag on Alexis, I don't like her. I don't like her. Between her, Morgan, they all gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. They doing way too much. Way too much. Way too much. I'm over it. I am over it. I dropped the link. The link is in the I think I pinned it at the top. All right, Nikki B, I'm about to add you in.
Hey everybody.
Hey, girl.
Oh Lord. Where you want to start, Chloe?
Wherever you want to start, because you know I could ramble for days and days and days.
Okay, well I can too, so I ain't gonna hold you. But Alexis, Morgan, Stasia, who else? And Mitch. They're all nuts. I don't know where Alexis was going tonight, what bachelorette Vegas party she was going to, but she did not fit. It was just a mess. I don't know what was happening. She needs to get her braids redone. She needs to put a pop of color on those lips. I need someone to tell me what temperature it is in San Diego because I'm seeing turtlenecks as well as sundresses and sandals. I don't know how that go. I'm from the Midwest. It's cold. So I don't know what's going on here. Nate got every turtleneck that has ever been made.
Mm.
Stasia is unfortunately so desperate. It's sad to watch. Even her mother, was trying to give her some words of encouragement. And I think her not having her father in her life really, really did a lot of damage.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, it doesn't seem like anything will ever be like there's nothing that Nate could do or say. It's like she's almost an addict for constant affirmation. And, it just, what a shame. But Alexis just absolutely gaslit the hell out of Justin. Everyone knows if everyone can offer up something to say, good, bad, or indifferent about their marriage, and she's just, I just want to listen. Like, that is not everyone, we're all adults. We know what that means. So, like, she could have just said, it's, been up and down, but we're working through it. So I would like to just sit and hear some of you all's testaments. It gives me, reassurance that we're not in this process alone. Or say some bullshit. I mean, oh girl, I'm sorry, girl.
It's okay. I
Ooh, how
get
did
it.
I get myself upset just that fast? Who do like how Nate did.
Mhm.
Lie. Just
Mhm.
lie.
Not Nate lie.
I mean, wouldn't you? I'm not gonna constantly be harassed every time I see your face. How do you feel today? What's the number? What's the number? How do you feel? Girl, I love you. I'm in love with you. I love you, your mama, the future kids. We're gonna have everybody who look like you. That means me too, because we twinning out here. So, child.
Oh, child. Oh, they getting on my last nerve. I'm not going to even hold you. Alexis did some BS and she flipped it on Justin. Once again, it's all Justin's fault. Okay.
He can't articulate himself properly. Like, I understand what he's saying. Like, I think he feels I think that's why him and Ben are actually leaning on one another because both of their women are assholes and they take the more feminine, reserved approach. And I don't think it's because, well, yes, they're both a little bit, on the softer side of Sears, but they just, their women are so
Natural.
gaslighting and mountain out of a molehill type of people that every time that they try to speak, they get shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't see what Ben did that was so wrong. What did I
Girl,
miss something?
that's what I was trying to figure out. I just put in the chat, who is ever on Morgan's side, please call in so we can hear from the other side. Because I'm confused at this point. I mean, I know that she said that he said that the family that she thought he thought his family she was jealous because his family, I guess his family, he got a better family than hers or something like that, child. I don't know. But I just can't. But my thing was this before y'all had the conversation or after? Well, maybe we should ask Alexis because she don't know how to keep her freaking mouth closed. She
Exactly.
her
That's the
stuff.
problem. It's Alexis. It's Alexis and Justin that are the problem. It's not even Ben that's the problem. So it's like, okay, me and you, we homegirls, right? And
Mhm.
I tell you something about, I tell you like my man got fired or something, right? I ain't got a man and I ain't got to worry about one getting fired, but just saying. So I tell you that, of course he would be upset if he found out I told you. It's only a problem if you let him know I told you. Me telling you, that's between me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like if I tell you something about my man, girl,
Mhm.
you don't tell him. Why would you tell him I said that? Baby, I don't know what she's talking about. She been drinking again. I don't know.
But it's
Like,
Justin. Justin the one on the speakerphone, and for what? Why you having an intimate conversation with your bro on the speakerphone?
but even if he wasn't on a speakerphone, they're in an apartment. You're going to hear the other person's conversation. How many times have you been sitting back and your husband, you on the phone and it seemed like you got some good tea and he
Mm-hmm.
acting like he ain't paying no attention, and then when you get real animated, he like, who that?
Uh-huh.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to pick it up, you're going to hear. They live in the house together. So what? I don't see anything that was said. If he thinks his family is better, well, from what it sounds like, they are. I mean, so what? You know what I
And
mean? Like, I have, friends or something, and I say, I really do like their family dynamic. I wish I kind of had something like that. So what? I don't see the harm. And I actually think it's kind of funny because you're going to throw away a whole marriage over that. I think I had a bigger argument with a coworker today. I don't even know what she's talking about. This is so ridiculous. It's almost making my pressure go.
she talked too much. I'm blaming Alexis. I'm
I,
blaming
I
Alexis.
agree. I agree. I'm gonna blame
And
Alexis.
I think she exaggerated a lot of it too.
She had to because okay, I'm just quick side note. This is just the best reference point I can think of. So I know you watch Ready to Love, right?
Hmm.
You know how Shakira, Flower Child, she keeps making comment and reference to her trauma and her story. I don't know exactly what her trauma or story that she talks about in every single episode is. The same way I don't know what Morgan's problem with what being said was. I don't see what was really said. All she keeps saying is, Alexis told me everything, that you talk crap about me with Justin.
That's
You're
what I
my,
want to know.
but it's
What?
like, you're my wife. We beefing. I talked crap about you. Deal with it. Like, so what's, what's the big deal?
And it's them sitting there on the bus acting like they don't know what's going on. Yeah, they're gonna have a personal day. Shut up, cause y'all know what happened.
Exactly.
And
Y'all the
y'all will
ones
be
who got
quiet.
all this mess going. And then I'm upset at Justin also because when Ben came over there, which by the way, real quick, by the way, if you gonna gaslight me and tell me Alexis told me everything and then walk out, what do you think I'm gonna? I'm come. I don't care what time it is. I'm knocking on your door. Excuse me. Hey, La Mom, come here. What you done got going on up in my house? Go ask my wife. I would ask her, but she done ran off on account of some shit you done said. So what's up?
Right? What did you say? What did
Right?
you
Like I
tell
don't. And then Morgan is all like, and you ran over there. No, I strolled over here. Okay. I strolled. You ran out, so I strolled over. So it's like he's not allowed to have a friend, a confidant. I hope he's learned his lesson to not confide in a man whose wife can't stand him, because if she can't get rid of her own husband, she'll get rid of someone else's. And that's what she's done with Morgan and Ben.
Mm.
And
Let me
she's
see that.
not a real nurse.
She not?
Yeah, but I wanted to say it anyway. I'm just saying, if it's not a big deal, then you wouldn't have lied. That's a question on the application. So I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm guessing that you have to have at least an undergraduate degree to be on the show. I'm guessing. I don't know. I've never looked. But other than that, I don't see why she would lie. Like, you're in school, you just want to get the raise, and the special title of, registered nurse and everything. But you're doing that job. How many jobs do people have that they don't have the education for, but they do it every day? Like, so so she lied, and she's trying to put off her lie onto him having told someone. What's worse, telling someone about someone lying to you, or the lie itself?
The lie itself.
That's what I think, but not according to Morgan, not in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, because once again, he broke her trust. It's all him. My thing is, I don't understand, how do you think that the production set you up in group situations to have conversations about your marriage together? They did this so that you guys can go ahead and vent to each other, have someone to lean on in the process, and yet and still, when he decides to go vent to someone and the same process going through his own stuff, it's a problem.
I don't get it, Chloe. I really don't get it. And then also, when she was going and kickboxing with whoever, she's like, punch hard, hit hard. It's like, I'm sure they were going to be like, oh, what's going on? You seem like you want to blow off some steam. What are you going to say, Morgan? I don't want to talk. Oh, well, yeah, you might just say what Alexis said. Like, I just want to observe. I don't want to talk. Some weird mess. It's like, it's normal for people to, I think it's absolutely expected, in my opinion, for spouses to have pillow talk.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you should definitely be, if it's something truly close to the vest, you need to always, no matter who you're talking to, preface it and say, now don't tell nobody. No,
Hmm.
like, for real, for real. Like, don't tell nobody. And I mean, Jimmy, don't tell Jimmy is who I'm, don't tell him. You got to specify, because it's understood that, I'm going to tell you something and it's not a big deal. So you might just mention it in casual conversation. You got to say something to this man. You can pay the bill or something today. So you got to say, how was your day? And this was my day. And then it ends up leading into the conversation, and it's not a big thing. But if you spill, like your best friend's tea about something really personal that she just was like, that was a secret, that's when it's an issue. So it's like Ben can't have a friend. And
No,
I'm surprised. I really want his mama to come and cuss her ass out.
not his mama.
His mama. I'd call my mama if I was him. And I hope he called his mama. And I ain't going to call him no type of punk or nothing. Because that's the only one. She's a woman. And she is absolutely treating him. She is treating that man wrong. Ben seems like a very sweet man. He seems very innocent and naive.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the reason that he's going to Justin. And I think it's for the way that he talked about his mother in the beginning of this process. I'm surprised that he hasn't been going to her with those issues.
Mm.
So I would actually give him some grace and say, like, you are a stranger still, Morgan. So how am I breaking trust that I shouldn't even have of yours? Because you don't even know me.
But either way, we will all be dumb if we really think that our spouses, boyfriends, partners, cousins, sisters, uncles is not venting about us to other people. That is a normal thing. of venting. Now, what you vent
But Morgan
about
was right.
has levels to it, of course. But I would be lying if I said I never vented to my sister about my husband. And I'm sure my husband would be lying if he said he never vented to his best friend about me. Like, you shut up.
But Chloe Morgan was right though. I ain't gonna stay on here too long because I don't feel
Oh,
good.
let me hear it because I need somebody on Morgan's side.
Not that I'm on her side, but on this topic, she's right. But the way she's handling it is wrong. If she specifically told him, "Hey, don't say nothing to the people, to these people about our situation," and then I just heard a little bit on the after party, that was really her main thing. You going outside of to your real friends, one thing, but within these couples, don't say nothing. I can definitely understand that. At the end of the day, that's their relationship, and if she don't want it out like that, he should respect it, especially after she brought it to him. I'm not saying he can't vent to nobody, but to vent to these couples that y'all don't know like that, I can understand her feeling away.
But honestly, Cliff, I would be more I would feel better
Pardon me.
about them venting to someone in the same process as me than actually venting to my friends and family about it because then it becomes real personal. At
I
this
could,
point, it's all of us in the same boat. We all dealing with new stuff. We're all figuring this out. We're all trying to see where things are going.
but she probably don't want certain things to be out on TV though. That's another part.
But we
She
talked
pro-
to the friends right on TV. We didn't see Miguel. Didn't we just
I
see?
mean, you know, people don't just talk on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah,
call their friends. Her whole thing is she don't want certain things out, and he
but
should
here's my
respect that. My main issue is Alexis as well, because to me, Alexis betrayed Justin's trust by
yep.
going to Morgan. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder, is
Yeah.
Justin going to confront her over it? Because not only can that bring a problem between him and what's his homeboy named Ben? Because I just binge watched it last week and caught up, so I don't really know the couple's names like that. But that could cause a issue between them two and their friendship by her opening her mouth. She
I
was out of
think it
place.
will. You're right, it will because remember when they were
Pardon
showing Ben having gone into their apartment that night, Alexis was still piping up and Justin was completely silent. And I think Justin knew like my wife is out of line, but I don't want to cause any more trouble with her.
Because
That's him being too weak though.
he's a punk.
That's both of them. That's Ben and Justin. They're both a little. I think they're nice guys. Don't get me wrong, but I think they're a little too weak when it comes to certain things. Like they want to just
Especially for a
resolve the problems.
multi-fighter and an NFL player. Yeah, they too soft. Why do they pair these soft gentlemen with these burly, calm down, Bella, with these burly, aggressive. Yeah, you know
because
what? I'm a black
opposite
woman. I'm a
opposites
black woman.
attract.
So, yeah, but
Two
I'm a
alpha,
black
two
woman, so
alpha,
I can
two
say
alpha,
it.
two alphas
They're
ain't gonna
aggressive.
work. So don't women being with like Ben's wife, her being with an alpha type dude is not going to work.
It might if she get the right type. She needs someone
Nah,
alpha type.
nah. She thinks
It would
she
be
she
toxic.
she
It's
got
gonna be
masculine ways. She
toxic.
she feel like she a dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
Did you know what? Have you guys noticed there's kind of a theme this season of like the men being feminine, the women being masculine. Um,
I
the
don't think
look.
they feminine. I wouldn't
Mm,
go that far. I don't knock
well,
them that. I don't.
Justin does look feminine, so we can go ahead. He
Uh,
has a little boobish.
we're going to agree to disagree. Some people are just. I know he cries or whatever it may be, but I'm not going to crucify him for that.
Oh
I'm
no,
not
I'm
mad at.
on
I'm
the
not
looks
mad.
only.
Let's
I'm
say
on the looks only.
let's
He
say
does have breasts, small ones, but
girl.
he has breasts.
That's from not working out. But
No, it's not. What I believe, and this is all speculation, but there's a syndrome. It's called Klinefelter, where you get an extra chromosome. The men are incredibly tall, very lanky. They have certain appendages that are a bit lacking, which would kind of explain why he would have been celibate. He's a virgin.
Man, it's not no version. Stop
What
it.
man, what 33-year-old man says, man, I woke up hard as a rock? I haven't heard nobody say that since what? I don't know. I
Like,
watched The Wood.
I mean, but what's wrong with him saying it?
How
That's how
old
you feel.
is he? How old is he? What's the
Doesn't matter.
announcement? There's no
That's how
announcement.
the brother felt.
I mean, I
And to
like
be fair,
him.
and to be fair, you never woke up with a penis.
Woo.
I woke up next to one, and
Yeah,
then it
but you don't have one. So I understand what he's saying when he said he woke up with it hard as a rock. I get where he coming from. Why? Because I got a penis.
Oh
right.
Lord.
But what would the conversation be if you woke up with it? Your wife is next to you. Why are we
But they but
discussing it?
but they but
We could be talking about
they're
how
not
the
having sex though. Is a difference.
that's the point. She said at the honeymoon, she was if you with it, I'm with it.
But she was
And if
talking
he
different lately though. Like she
right,
wasn't with it.
Hold on 1 second. Rosemary, you gotta turn it down in the back because it's echoing.
she been pardon. She been talking different like she wasn't with it. It was in a certain episode. Like she trying to
it was the moment that
check.
he decided. So basically, she's teeter tottering. They're doing the what is it, the seesaw. So when he's wanting it, she doesn't, and when he wants it, she doesn't. He doesn't want her to see him in his um natural state until he knows for certain that she's in love with him. So that if he does have a micro weena woota, then she'll already be in love and she won't leave him.
Oh.
Because we still know there's so much uncertainty. It's like so many big emotions for a lot of like vague information. Why did Justin's fiance just leave him? Don't know. What did Ben truly say to other people about their marriage? Like, what did he really actually say?
That's
No
what we
one really knows. No one knows. Why didn't Stasia, why couldn't she change her name from the time she emancipated herself when she was 16? She didn't have to get married for that. No one knows. These people are full. No, the experts are full of it.
mm.
And we the silly ones, because we sitting up every Wednesday looking forward to it. Can't wait to watch it.
We trauma bonded. It's our thing over here.
Right.
Rosemary, come back. I wanted to hear what you had to say.
So, Cliff, do you know why, like what exactly was said? Because we're missing it. What did Ben really say about Morgan that is leading to all of this angst?
No, I was Alexis. They just asked Alexis on the after party, and she didn't say what. She said she didn't want to betray her friend by saying what it was.
Oh, but she could
Oh,
betray her
Lord.
husband, right? Oh,
She
okay.
could exactly. She could betray her husband, and then you know what? See, that's that. See, and Alexis is aggressive. She's passive aggressive. She know what she's doing. Like you didn't get all of this chaos and confusion started, and now you want to sit on your hands and act like you're innocent.
Hey,
You're
Rosemary.
right about that.
Oh,
Hmm.
she left again. All right, I want to ask y'all, Cliff,
Yes.
what do you think about the dinner with Alexis?
um, I wouldn't have pushed it if I was him at the table, but I would have looked at it odd too that she ain't. You was like like he said, you always got something to say. You ain't saying nothing. Like you know your mate when you're dealing with them, and her not saying something made him feel like it was a problem. The only thing is I wouldn't have pushed it right there. I definitely would have pushed it when we got home.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So being that it escalated the way it did, it was just like a mess. Like that whole dinner was a mess to be for the most well, I won't say the whole dinner, but most of the dinner was a mess. I thought that she wasn't that understanding and neither was he. Like they talk, but they don't really listen enough. Listen to understand.
Hmm.
I agree with that. Hey,
You know what
Rosemary,
I'm saying?
Hello. Okay, did I fix it now?
yes,
Hey
you.
Rosemary.
Hi.
Hey, Cliff.
But close. Coco, I'm gonna jump back down because I ain't feeling great.
Yeah, feel better today.
Oh,
All
feel
right, y'all.
better.
Y'all have a blessed one. I'm
You
being
Take care,
too.
anonymous.
Buffy Germs.
Oh, y'all know Cliff must really not feel good because he had to jump off a live, and you know Cliff would be up here all night with us. I
I
hope
know.
you better take some
Oh,
medicine and get some rest.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Rosemary, what you got to say?
I was gonna say Ben does not like Morgan at all, and it is so funny. He is like playing in her face. Did you see? Okay, when they had the Korean barbecue thing, and she was talking about the boyfriend, the ex, and he was like, she was like, and he would get drunk and he would fight me. He was like, oh, that's also mean. That sounds stupid. And he was like, that is so mature.
So wait, you don't think Ben likes Morgan?
Ben can't stand Morgan. He can't wait to tell her no. He's just doing it with a smile.
Ooh,
That's why he's not really caring on whether or not she digs him because he's already established one, she got too much debt. Two, she be lying. Three,
Thanks.
she's just not a nice person. She has not said anything kind to him. Every time they have a conversation, it's all about her. I mean, she's just not a good person. She thinks she cooler than what she is. And you ain't the only person in California who do Muay Thai and kickboxing, but other women in here, you don't introduce yourself to your husband saying, "I could beat you up. I could do this." What? You can't beat him up. If you look at Ben is built. He's strong. He's just comfortable being the nice guy. Let him be who he is. And I
Yeah,
think they could have found him somebody way nicer.
I agree.
And Alexis, oh,
Mm.
Alexis is there for all the good stuff, and she's not there for any of the bad.
I agree with that. It's like the little bit of a sign of trouble when she's out.
Hmm.
But
Alexis is there for the check at the end of it. That's why
Yeah,
she's there.
exactly. That's the good stuff. She gonna ride this out, and she's not gonna feel bad because really her emotions aren't in it. It's like you remember what was it like a week ago um when they asked Justin about her. He's like she's checked out.
Oh, on the after show, yeah.
Yeah, he recognized that she checked out, but he too nice to say anything about it. So he's like, well, if she here for the check, I'm here for the check. That's cool. And
Yeah,
being he here for the check now too. Morgan, I hope she, whatever dude that she was talking about fighting for her, she needs to go find him. But like
no,
I said,
she needs to be here for the check. Her and Lindy need the check. Morgan definitely needs to be here for the check.
Lindy ain't finna spend no money on no dang student loans. Lindy gonna go off somewhere on a vacation. Lindy don't care nothing about no daggone debt. She don't care.
Well, she got her insurance now, so she okay.
He gonna kick her butt off that shit. You think Miguel did not figure out how he can easily get her off of that insurance so fast?
He don't even have to put her on it. They only have a month left. I don't know what type. You gotta wait. Like I know you can do it if it's a special, like a marriage or
Hmm.
divorce, but it still take time processing, and we still in a panorama. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, baby. Just as soon as you was about to get put on it, it was decision day, and we said no. So
He
sorry.
said, mm-mm.
y'all,
And that's what, but you know what? That was her way of trying to get him to stay past the 8 weeks.
mm,
But quiet as kept. Miguel was staying because I don't know about y'all, but they're my favorite couple. And even though Lindy is crazy, we all can see she's a little nuts.
It's the
But
Gemini. We
I
saw.
like, yeah, I like her nuts. I like, even though I think she was reaching about the insurance and all of that, I did appreciate seeing a woman stand in who they are and say, this is my name. This is who I am. This is my name, Miguel.
Man,
My
you know, look here.
name.
Let me tell you something. That girl is from the daggone church. You seen her brothers and sisters and her mama.
Oh,
They
she's
come from one of
using
them
that
churches.
name.
They come from one of them churches where the husband be having a couple wives. No, no, no. She wasn't never gonna keep her name.
Y'all
It's
got
No,
about
she's definitely not gonna
27
keep it.
times.
She's not gonna keep it, but I think that she was so Miguel. I don't even think that he was telling her like he wants her to change her name now. He was just trying to make the correlation like insurance is a big deal to you. You know, you taking my last name is a big deal to me. But I like how they're able to communicate and how, when she was losing it a bit, he said, I don't like this side of you. He didn't get, he didn't even lay up in the bed. He was still laying back like, man, she crazy as hell. I don't like that.
That's the Taurus of him. It's gonna come out. Look, let me tell you something. They ain't gonna last because I live with a Taurus right now. And if not for the fact that I gave birth to him, he would have to go.
Well, baby, I got one better for you. A
Because I'm a
Taurus
Gemini.
gave birth to me.
oh shit.
I
And
am such a Gemini.
I've never seen a more stubborn zodiac in my life.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And
Oh,
here's the bad part. All I want my mama to say is, "You right, girl. I am messing with you.
never
I
happened.
am pulling. I am fucking with you." That's all I want her to say. And she won't do.
That ain't gonna happen. I've been waiting 3 weeks for this child
I've
to
been
say
waiting
that.
almost 40 years. She ain't gonna admit she did nothing ever.
And that's the thing. Who Lindy is gonna drive him crazy, because Tauruses, they have a mission. When they get on a mission, they have a goal. They ain't got time for all that wishy washy in the background. They need to know that the person that's with them is with them.
But you see, Miguel and her fit because it did not go more than that episode about that insurance.
You
Before the
know,
end of that episode, he said, all right, crazy. I'm gonna add you. Calm down. We're gonna get you checked out. Don't worry, baby. I got it. Woo.
he do need to make sure she on that insurance because she gonna need a lot of therapy. And
Lindy turned him around after they slept together. So whatever she got snapping down there is doing a job. Because he has done,
it's a Gemini gift. Oh, I'm just kidding.
girl, I know how them Geminis doing. You right, them Gemini boy.
Like, y'all is cutting up.
Them Geminis, boy,
Yeah.
they are good. Let's just say they are good time.
Yes, we are. But he gonna learn. But I think they were my favorite. They have been my favorite couple since the beginning, just because of Lindy. I do think if they do break up, it'll be because his friend are in his business.
But to give them some credit, Lindy did put the pickle in their business. They having a party. That was the pickle, the one who was talking to him the last episode about, it's all the Dr.
Mhm.
Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, however that go. Is that over? That was the guy who was dressed up at the pickle. I mean, as the pickle at the party when she
Yeah,
was telling him, and it's like I would tell my friend that too. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even wait for the party to be over. I'd be like, "Hey, bro, let me talk to you in the bathroom real quick.
yeah.
You married her? Like you ain't noticed she crazy as hell? You
Lindy,
did?
Lindy brought it up to them, right?
Yeah."
Okay. Yeah. So
And
I'm
I
just
mean,
trying
it
to
was
figure
just
out
like
why.
kind of out of nowhere. And it's like,
Yeah, I'm
I just
figuring out
came in
why.
here to get some more salsa.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure why he got with Miguel and brought it up. If I don't bring it up, you don't bring it up.
Well, he
Because
brought it up because that's his friend.
like, don't be talking about my wife.
But see, that's
Now,
the thing.
Miguel did do that. Miguel was like, we gonna wait and see. But I would definitely tell my friend, like, hey, now that is the type of thing that maybe if Morgan was upset at Ben about something like that, because
Yeah.
that's private. We're talking about insurance, that's finances, changing of names. That's kind of private and personal. I still wouldn't get upset about it, but at least it's something a bit more concrete to say, hey, you're telling our personal business to
Can I?
strangers.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. How long is Morgan gonna pretend that she want a man?
Whew, I'm so glad somebody said it first. Thank you.
Ooh, child.
Because with being
Whew.
being fine. I'm sorry.
As
I ain't
hell.
opportunities like, and he fine. He got, he ain't he got muscles? I
Not
don't know.
trying
Soon,
up.
soon as he got that stuff off his lip tonight, I was like, hey.
Yeah.
Soon as somebody gave him a Kleenex, like, hey, bruh, lick your lips.
Right.
I know because you know what? He was so confused. His mouth was open for so long. He got the dry mouth, and it
Yeah.
dried his whole bottom situation because he was in shock because he still don't know. I bet you to this day he still don't know why Morgan is upset at him.
I think that Ben's goal from that argument on, I mean, from that first argument, his goal then was to try to sleep with his wife. It ain't even to try to be married to her, it's to try to sleep with her. That's it. If he can get that done within these 8 weeks, he's gonna feel accomplished.
I
But
don't think he wants to sleep with her.
of
No,
course
he
he,
definitely wants to sleep with her.
oh, he definitely won't sleep with
I mean, well,
Supposed to go back and have some more intimate time at the same suite that they had their honeymoon in.
I don't even think it's that. I think when he says, I mean, I know what intimate time is, but I think what he really just wants is to wave the white flag. Like, let's just not fight. I don't give a damn if we play Scrabble. Just please. I'm sorry, baby, baby, baby. Please, I'm sorry for whatever the hell you mad about today. Can we just calm down? I think that's what he really wants because Ben seems like he would more than likely want to make love to his wife for the first time. She's just too hostile. She's too closeted.
yeah.
No, for me,
She,
I would have been done as soon as she would have said you're gonna show up and you're gonna look at me be hurt. I'd have been like, no, I'm not doing it. Sorry, you're not gonna be on a
you
roller,
would have said that, Chloe.
huh?
You would have said that.
I wouldn't have been here for that. As soon
Girl,
as
I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have just stood up and walked off, and she would have never seen nothing but my cute little ass and my khakis walking out.
she got the khakis with his little booty.
That little booty, little butt, little cute butt.
First of all, Ben is spending all kind of money trying to make her happy. And y'all know this goes against his pedigree. Did y'all see all them lights on in there? Oh,
Did you see those
He
roses?
had the
right.
lights on.
He's trying really hard. You see what I'm saying? Ben is spending money. You know what I'm saying? He
He
ain't.
went to the grocery store and bought something besides his normal little cheese sandwich for lunch.
Yeah, and the
He got
new.
her little chicken sausage or whatever that she liked to chew on when she not kicking her best friend's teeth out.
Yeah, she's just so disrespectful. I mean, if she just wants to be a, 'cause I can't with her. She did not come on here for her husband. She came on here for 25,000. Oh, she thinks she's playing with. But okay, okay,
But
more.
she's not gonna get it if it's, you know what? That's what she had to think about. That's the reason she said you're gonna stick around because she knows I have to stay till the end because if I don't, they are going to repo my car. So I got to stay. Okay,
Mm,
then, because she was ready. I was really confused. Like, so is this her decision day? What are we doing? And I'm like, so it's not over. So
I thought
what?
I thought it was over, and now I'm
I
like, oh,
did
it's not over.
too.
I would have been happy if they would have been over because I don't like her.
me too, but she need the money. Ben don't. That's the difference.
Oh no,
Exactly. And
So we
then I just
already
think the
know.
women on here are actually worse than the men. I hate to say it. This is the first time I've seen that.
Oh, did y'all talk about Mitch?
With his thong sandals that he actually put to rest tonight for a moment
Oh, last
and covered up
episode,
the little toes.
he drove me
I love
crazy.
the fact that Kristen read him for filth, and I loved it, every last bit of it.
Every
And I
last.
loved her hair. She had just gotten it done, I could tell.
Let me tell you something. From now on, that was her giving him the middle finger. Let me tell you,
Yeah, but
Christian.
he gets off that. Y'all saw how he was sitting there like it looked like he turned him on a little bit. Like, yes, go ahead. I appreciate you speaking your mind. It's like she got turned on by him saying he not attracted, and he got
Yeah,
turned on by him going off on her. I'm like, yeah, they probably might be made for each other.
Yeah.
they are. I think you know what? It seems like Mitch knows he pushes her too far, and he likes how she
Yeah.
gets him
Boom.
together, but in a very like this was the most she like piped up. And yes, it was the wrong time, but because he had it coming and it was so delicious to me, I don't care. She could have done it on Easter Sunday in the middle of the pulpit. I
He
wouldn't have
picked,
cared.
he
He
always picks
needed
the
to
wrong.
hear it.
He picks the wrong time, so she gave him a little taste of his medicine.
She needs to get him some bleach to clean that nasty stove.
Because it's either that or she's gonna keep drinking. Because you see the last episode, how much she drank. Oh, she was throwing.
How could you not like how can I don't know how to live without paper and plastic. Like I can't survive if I don't have paper towels in my house.
Ain't that why
It's a
we got
problem.
recycling bins?
I,
It's just
I
me.
don't I don't know. I'm not, I understand we have to take much better care of the environment, but he's going too far.
He
It's
doing the
like
most.
yeah, it's one thing to, be conscious and aware and, do your part. It's another thing to be a Cape Crusader, but you can't even clean. You are so worried about cleaning up the world, but you don't have time to clean up your kitchen.
He's a
It's
hoarder, and
backwards.
he's a hoarder, and that's usually what they do. They try to hyper focus on something else, so they don't have to focus on their environment. So they can keep on hoarding and bringing stuff in, and say that they're doing it to save the environment. And I can guarantee you that he'll act like he's a germaphobe too. You notice a lot of hoarders they say that they don't like germs, but if you go to their house, it's crazy.
I don't know. When I see nasty people, I go in the other direction because I'll start itching.
Like I work closely with hoarders, like because we used to like have to do the cleaning thing, but now I just more like the psychological part because he's a hoarder. He hyper focuses on the environment. The way that he does it, and he's not even what he's doing is not even helping the environment. What he is doing personally is not helping.
I don't know how all of that stuff goes. I I don't know. I don't want to be insulting, but I have a real job, so I can't
Yeah,
pick up stuff on the beach all day. And go surfing and throw the wetsuit in the spare room and then have my whole place smell like mildew and I'm gonna complain about
and
her
if
dog.
why is his feet always dirty if he's always at the beach? I got a problem. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I
it's
grew up
because they
and,
don't
and-
wear shoes like that.
oh
now
no.
you up here reading Mitch down for filth. Not
No,
he
but
job.
Lindy had the dirty feet bottoms too. On the honeymoon, they both came and got in the bed. All the flip flopper beach surfboarders, you know what I'm talking about, y'all. Don't make I'm not saying it. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean
The
to read.
fair the
So,
fairer the twilights of them, okay? They tend to always have hard, flat bottom feet and that heel and the ball of the foot be real filthy because they walk barefoot, all the time, everywhere, like in the house, all of that. Like I really don't know many. I guess I can say the word it is in the dictionary. Let me ask an honest question. Do you guys know many Caucasians who own house shoes? I
absolutely not.
I
I
don't
don't, and I'm not even being funny. I don't.
I don't wear
I'm
house shoes. So I can't say nothing. I'm one of them.
girl, Chloe. We got to bring you back.
I don't either. But that's only because I got
But I don't like shoes. I don't like socks. I don't like none of that. That's my own thing.
like I said, I grew up on the beach, so I really just like my toes out. Like, yeah. Now my kids always got on some slides, but they didn't grow up where I grew up. But
Well, see, I have hardwood, so like you want to keep your feet bottoms clean. So you put on your slippers, your house shoes, your fuzzy bunnies, your slides, whatever you got to keep your foot bottoms clean.
oh, I'm waiting
And
You sound
for
like
that.
my
'cause
husband
after
now. I think I
especially when you get your pedicure, your feet are nice and smooth. You don't want to get them all. You want to keep them soft and supple, so you put on a slipper. That's why, you know, feet bottoms don't be black like that.
Uh-uh.
I,
No, my feet bottoms is not black either, so I don't know what that's about.
no, I got soft feet. I do take great care of my feet, but
So how people be getting them feet bottoms like Mitch feet bottoms be?
Michigan don't. They don't sweep and mop their floors at the house. That's what that come from. That's
Now
disgusting.
that's a fact. We know Mitch don't even own a broom or a mop. I didn't see one.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. They
I
gonna
didn't
have
see
to
no
feel
I didn't see no dish liquid. I didn't see a sponge. Did y'all see any of that in his kitchen?
absolutely not.
I didn't see none of it. Now I saw Kristen got all type of cleaning cloths and pads for her dog, but I didn't see Mitch with a damn thing.
No broom.
I'm not, Monique, I'm gonna get you.
I'm not doing this.
I'm not trying to
Y'all
read.
is going in on Mitch. Y'all been going in on Mitch for about a good 10 minutes. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even know it, child, because he wasn't even my biggest problem this episode.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mitch. You know what? I'm gonna let you live your life. All I want to say, I just came on here to say that Ben don't like Morgan. His only goal now is maybe try to get a little cookie. And
Or stay alive.
but now yeah, because now Ben is just playing games. Now he's just along for the ride now. After he said that when she told about that boyfriend, oh really? Oh, that's awesome. That's so mature. Was go back and watch it when they sitting at that barbecue. You be like, oh yeah, he anytime he say, oh that's awesome. That mean he said that sounds stupid.
And hell, because it did.
Yeah,
I
his
was
that
And he said he would beat up anybody. One, that was a fictional story, in my personal opinion.
she lied again,
now she
Just,
lied again.
and he
yeah, that's a
recognized.
lie.
I said it too. That's a lie. Really, if you found a man who gonna fight for you, why you ain't over there fighting for him?
Well, that's not even a big thing. Like, it sounds like any drunk dude on a Saturday night at the bar in
Yeah,
college.
yeah.
I'll fight every love you. I'll fight everybody in here. Sit your ass down.
And so Ben gave her a fake story.
Mm-hmm. Tit for tat. But also, Alexis is a liar, in my opinion, too, because I do not believe she has been proposed to 3 times. Because one, she keeps saying it. And that saying, thou protest too much, is a saying for a reason.
Right.
Also, that means that 3 different men were in love with her, which is quite possible, but they were 3 different men, all in love with her, all felt confident, apparently, because I don't know men who propose not expecting to get a yes, because that's humiliating. So all 3 of them thought that they were in that phase, like the going into the next phase of you all's relationship. All 3 men had it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part for me, it's like, okay, one guy you can say that might be young. I think that these are
Really be
people
lying.
who,
You don't see how she moved with Justin? She be
oh,
lying.
she's a
She,
liar. She's trying to hype herself up because Alexis is not, and this is, every beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I honestly, she's the least attractive woman on this cast.
Oops. Hey LB23. Girl, I was about to add you in because that we was got to add somebody on that note.
Is it just me? Do anybody else see it? Don't leave me out here, y'all. I'm not a bad person.
I,
Somebody help me.
Y'all know I don't talk about nobody look, so y'all gonna have to leave me out of this one.
I
I mean,
think
she's beautiful to somebody. I'm sure I look like a dog to a lot of people, but we know that ain't true. But
Oh,
I
I
no.
think I
I
think it's her personality, because I thought she was kind of cute at first, but seeing how she's treating him, it's making her uglier every episode to me. Because
mm,
what she did at that dinner table tonight with those gloves on.
Not y'all
oh
though in the comments. That's the part for me. Hey LB23, what's going on, girl?
Hey, listen, I just came on because Nikki and Rosemary are killing me with these reads.
I'm sorry.
I,
I'm gonna be
I,
good.
I was like, oh my God. mean, y'all dragging them for filth.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. It's purely entertaining. Yeah. The gloves. Yeah. Alexis was a bit much tonight, and she started off her and Justin. I was like, I don't know if this gonna work, and I still don't believe that it's gonna work. But they was cute for a minute.
Mhm. For 6 days, they had it going on.
For a minute.
She was faking it the whole
Yeah.
time, all of that kissing. And even at the
Yeah.
dinner table, the cringiest part to me was how they kept calling each other babe, babe, babe,
Hmm.
babe. It didn't sound natural. And if I'm arguing to the point where I'm going to, fake tears, babe is not going to be what I call you.
Right.
So that, it's just going to be like the most, you will more than likely be called your name, like your
Passive
actual
aggressive.
name, like Joe.
That's
I
Cut
true.
it.
just
I'm
I
mad at
just found it odd that I'm sorry. That she always has so much to say, and then she just wanted to listen all of a sudden. Like you're quiet as a church mouse at this dinner, knowing that you have feelings, but you just want to keep them in. For
Girl, don't
what?
say
For
that. That's
why?
the same exact thing Justin said. Don't say
Right.
that. You gonna get the table all uncomfortable. Don't say the truth, girl.
Right. And
No,
then she
no,
gaslit him sitting there at the table. And I'm
Yeah,
like, well, where did your tears come from? And why is it even this serious? Why are you being so dramatic about this whole situation? She's
yeah,
just trying to get an understanding as to what is causing you to be quiet in this moment when you're usually not this quiet.
but my question is, what is she so hurt about? Maybe she
Right.
said, I'm just so hurt. I'm
if
hurt.
Newton could let it go, she can let it go because Newton has clearly moved on.
right,
He
Yeah,
is caked up in the
Newton
bed
and him
with
are best friends.
17.
right. They all laid up, taking naps. I'm
But
like,
here's my thing though. I have a dog. I love her to pieces. There is no way on earth. One, my dog doesn't play with other dogs because I don't trust other dogs. So I'm not gonna put my dog in that situation. But I saw that dog growling. I know the producer saw it, Justin saw it. But also, Alexis, if that's your baby so much, why are you not present and you're in another room and you're not paying attention to your dog? I wouldn't have even had my dog on the floor. I would have had my
right,
dog
in
in my
my
arms,
hand.
right, so that it can be a sniff, and in case it's a little tension, I can turn my back so you can't hurt my dog. Alexis is full. And also, if after that situation, I would not leave my dog with you for 2 days to take care of it after your dog just put him in the hospital. Alexis is trash. She's trash.
Hmm.
And Justin is a big crybaby, but he deserves better than her.
I don't know. I think they deserve each other. Um, I noticed that Alexis, y'all, all this time we've been watching these episodes, we don't know anything about Alexis.
I agree. It's always about Justin, 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 and he do everything wrong. Justin, Justin, Justin.
I
We don't know.
honestly think that she does not like him. I think that she is not attracted to him. And she is going to sabotage this relationship by all means, by any means. And right now, it's more so I'm hanging around and I'm going to give a little drama and I'll pretend with him. But, I'm kind of thinking that at this point, that's where she is. I don't think it's real. I think she's really faking it.
She was faking it from the moment she walked down the aisle with him.
Right.
She
Cause she
wasn't
swiped left.
fooling.
Did she swipe
No.
left on that app where she saw him and she was like, "Oh no."
Yes, on the app and
Yeah.
on IG. And
Right.
then also, my question with that is, I'm confused how the experts put them together. Like, clearly she didn't have an interest. It's something weird about this. I don't know why the experts haven't shown up yet.
He
Where's
was
Devon
tall.
Franklin? Um,
He was
what?
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was it.
he was tall. He was
Right.
tall. And then also, All of this, I love you and babe, babe, babe. You don't even like, they've known each other for a month. I wouldn't feel comfortable calling someone babe. I just met them a month ago and we haven't even slept together. I don't even know if you babe yet. So you got to prove you going to be babe. So I ain't calling you nothing but your name, Mr. Johnson.
But
You
people
want to
call
be
him babe.
babe?
But
You want to be babe?
babe is a very generic thing to say.
Have you heard any of the other couples who are doing better at the table call each other babe? Baby.
Exactly. That's what I'm
No.
saying.
That's
Babe
exact
is
that's the
generic.
point. Like that's the thing when you call someone, well, no, and they were both being passive aggressive together. So
Hmm.
when she said, "Well, I just don't have anything to say," she started it, and then when he came back and said, "Well, I find that surprising with your big mouth. You always got some shit to say. Not today." And that's basically what he was saying. And he's like, "No, I'm just curious. You ain't got nothing to say." And it was just going back and forth. And honestly, I'm here for
Yeah.
everybody else's drama, but if I were actually at that table,
I'm doing just like they did me on the vacation on the honeymoon. I'm there with my popcorn, looking back and forth, whispering to my husband. Ooh, you hear that?
but
Oh,
they
they
both
talk.
so unattractive. Who wants to watch ugly people argue?
Oh God. Oh
Oh,
God.
oh,
Lord.
oh, oh.
Oh no.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't take it no more. I'm sorry. I couldn't. This season it's not giving anything.
Nikki, Nikki.
It's not.
We're gonna have to put Nikki on after dark.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
nice.
Jesus.
I'm
yeah.
gonna and the crazy thing is, this is the craziest part. Justin is getting better and better. Like as far as like his personality is coming through, and I feel so bad for the way she's manipulating the situation. He's looking a bit better, and she's looking worse and worse every episode because her innards are coming out, not her insides. Her innards are coming
Yep.
out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like people who are like you start
Gaslight.
you want to start the stuff, and you're trying to make him seem like the bad guy, and
Uh-huh.
then she runs to the bathroom and Stassi is behind her. And she's
Right.
like, "Is it me? Is it me?" Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it's you.
It's you. You are the drama. It is you. And I
I
think she's giving herself too much credit. Like, I just don't know what's so fantastic about her that she thinks that she can treat Justin like dirt under her
Thank
shoe. I don't
you.
get it.
Stacia said that she relates more to Justin than she
Everybody,
does to
because
Alexis.
Alexis doesn't take any responsibilities for anything that she does. It's
Right.
everything that's wrong with their relationship is all Justin. And she tries to act like she throws herself in it like both of us. No, sis, you don't think it's both of y'all. You already
Mm.
established that it's all him.
Yep.
Did you
Right.
guys
And
notice how the camera kept showing when they were doing their arts and craft that they weren't making eye contact? Did anybody see that?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Mm.
They was not
Yeah.
Okay.
looking at each other at all.
Like I was like, they keep doing it. They want us to see this for a reason. So I mean, that we know that they're not staying together. And I think I'm actually a little concerned for Justin. I'm a little relieved a bit in this episode just to see that it seems like he's checking out. But if he goes back to being all in and just wanting to please her like he was in the beginning, and she's still treating him like this, I really am concerned about what that's going to do to his self esteem. Coming off of the broken engagement and him like moving away out of the country for a year
Mm-hmm.
because he was
Mm.
just devastated. Like, I don't think that the experts should have put
These
a
all
lot
of
of them on here.
Yeah, all of these
Really.
couples, except for maybe one or two, are unmatchable. They should have been on unmatchables. They should not have been on Married at First Sight. Something that frustrated me tonight about Alexis was her continuously saying that she has to self-regulate for the both of them, and I'm like, okay, sis, how are you coming up with
Right.
this? How are you controlling your emotions and his. You don't know what he is feeling. He's trying to
Right.
express that to you, but you're not listening. And when you should be listening, you're always over talking him. And so
Mm.
Right.
that just kind of, I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm like, okay,
How
we
can
see
you?
more of him than we do of you. And yes,
Right.
he's an emotional, he's a soft man in
Mhm.
emotions.
Right.
But I'm glad he didn't cry at that table. I'm glad when he walked outside to get air, he was not crying on camera.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I
He
think
just got
he's
cut.
fed up and he is frustrated. And, it did seem like he is checked out, or heading down the road of checking out of that relationship, because she is a lot. She
She
is
is.
a whole lot.
Yeah, you're right. Because when you said self-regulate for the both of us, how you gonna
Self
self-regulate for two
regulate.
people?
Right. Like, how are you doing it? I want to know, what is the secret?
Right.
He's a fool.
But you know what? At that table, what you just said, what she actually did was a role reversal. So
Mhm.
normally, Justin, when they're in private, he is always the one to start crying, and she's always the stronger one, trying to help him and console him. This time, he's holding his composure because he's in front of other people, and she is going to take on the quote unquote victim role. We have
Mhm.
yet to see her do that. So he's trying to act strong, and she's trying to act weak, and they're doing this for play in front of the other people. And
Right.
unfortunately, Justin doesn't realize if he would have been his normal self and actually cried for how she treated him at that table, he would have garnered all of the sympathy. And she would have looked like the jerk that she is.
I agree. I totally.
Yep,
But you ladies, it is time to go. I have to get ready
it
for
is.
tomorrow. We've been up here for an hour. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Okay, I am.
Okay.
I am going to try to
Thank
get
you.
this review out sooner or later.
Oh,
Yes, it's
thank
always
you, ladies.
a pleasure. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank,
Yes.
thank you, ladies.
Listen, we
Thank
need
you,
we
love.
need another episode with Nikki B and Rosemary
I'm
dragging
not
them
getting.
for filth. Cause listen, I have laughed too hard tonight.
I'm
No,
going to get my. I'm
we
going to
going
get
to
my
do
Bible
another
study
live.
book. I'm just.
We definitely going to do another live, and we going I'm gonna let y'all come back up and say what y'all got to say, so we can get into a lot of things more than we did tonight. But it's time to get. We got work tomorrow. Tomorrow is a
Yes,
whole
we do.
Thursday.
Yes, it is.
Amen.
It so is.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna jump up off of here. Appreciate
Oh,
y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you did not like the video, like the video, and I'll talk to you guys later.
all
Bye.
right. Bye
Bye.
bye.